Well, we are in, and before starting this live stream, just wait for a few minutes, and if anyone else is joining, then let anyone else let them join. So yeah, we will begin it. Everything is sorted. Audio and video is all good, as I can see, and yeah, we are rolling in. So let's wait 5 minutes, guys, and if anyone is joining in, so we will start in 5 minutes. I'll mention it right here that we are starting in 5 minutes, and let's see. Well, yeah, that's 5 minutes up, and let's start this live stream. So, uh, yeah, let's just start this. So, before starting in, we'll just go through this article. So, yeah, you know that I'll start off my day with a daily article, but for the change, I'm not uh, picking up a new article because it takes a lot of time for me to first read it, and then it's a lot of blank space in between. So rather than just wasting time, and most of you can't even read the article because of the gap and how fast or how slow you read. Depends. So yeah, I've just picked up the article which I did today. So I'll just do it right now and tell you what did I was able to deduce from it, or maybe derive from it. So so the article is from the Undark, and it's a science-based article. This is your brain on nature. So the whole article was based upon the effect of nature on your brain, and it included a few studies and experiments from David Beckerman, or I don't know. So yeah, let's just start with this and let's set up some ideas. So yeah, this is the first this is the start of this article, and this article was by Jennifer's Week, and yeah, so human have turned nature to a solace and revival for the nature. Solace is something which can't be the solace is a driven word from solemn, which is a nature thing of being alone. So solemn and something I think solace and revival. I don't know exactly what makes us feel better. It's not much for the beauty that the forest makes a glamour upon man's heart, or as for the certain something that's quality of air, the emanation from the old tree, that so wonderfully changes the and renews a very spirit. Robert Louis Stevenson wrote in the 1870s, but what's that subtle something and why does it affect us profoundly? So it starts with a question, why does nature have a profound impact on us? So profoundly is just a huge impact on us. So why does nature have a huge impact on us? So it continues the nature and mind, the science and improve the cognitive. So I think it's a driven from this book. So I think this is a book, and it's by Mark Berman. It's by him. It's by him. So let's just continue drawing on his own research and work by other scientists into psychological and physiological ways in which spending time in natural environment improves on human well-being. He started by recounting a 2008 study that he conducted as graduate with his advisor in University of Michigan. So it starts with research, and here's the research, and it's a research, and I think I'll just go with the complete synopsis of this. So the research based individuals who were given a task to walk through two settings. First was the urban setting, and second was the natural setting, and they recorded the behavior. They recorded the result on their action. So the output and your productivity and efficiency. Like they tried to take a memory test. Yeah, so they took a memory test. They used two settings, natural setting and urban setting. They compared the two results, and the two results was that the urban setting memory test and the later memory test show no changes, and the natural setting improved the memory test score in the second trial. And when someone were asked to what was the impact of nature on their mind, they were not able to quantify it. So we can just say that the nature's impact on human mind is not quantifiable. So I so nature. So the whole idea is the nature have a impact on human mind, but can't be quantified. So we can deduce this. This is our reduction. Okay. And then let's continue. And other studies had asked people how they felt after a fun time in nature, but none of them were able to quantify it. So I just mentioned it. Modern society with plethora of restrictions and the social media had made such attention was almost endangered resource. So they are giving a reason why that urban setting was not able to give a better result than a natural setting. So they call that attention is now something which is an endangered resource in humans because of, so we are able to like reduce this. And the it's now said by Chris Hayes. He is the author of this book, The Siren Calls. Business that went our attention and user data that come with it are churning out of web-based products and services designed to keep us online engaged. And so, like he's saying that nowadays business are trying to just keep us on the online, try to make something engaging that they are able to keep us on that. And then it's back to the Berman, and I think the Berman was Mark Berman. We are back to him, the founder and director of Environmental Neuroscience Laboratory at the University of Chicago. This trend is worrisome because directed by attention isn't just a vital ability, it's almost limited one. It can easily become depleted with as we multitask juggle work and family needs, try to tune out to take this noise. Today we are pushing our directed attention to breathing out the point he wants. We are getting distracted when it's not necessary or adaptive, and our very ability to maintain important relation and meaningful life is at risk. So he is kind of worried and he is trying to, warn us that we are going into something which is called attention depletion, and he is trying to avoid, he's trying to tell us that we don't do this if you don't get too adaptive, and there is a possibility if you are that you could lose something meaningful and the very attention which is the very useful resource in human mind is getting depleted. And then the next thing is Berman sees open concept called attention restoration theory. So he is kind of giving a suggestion to improve that, and it's I'll say it art. I'll call it art. Attention restoration theory. I'll just call it art in the short form. Developed in Michigan, University of Michigan, by two scientists, psychologists, Rachel and Stephen Kalpin. The poised nature as an answer to direct attention depletion. Kalpin saw natural stimuli, things of flea wrestling to the. So it's giving us something, a theory which is, I think, it's related to nature again. So as we can see, wrestling on a tree branch, cloud drifting across the sky, fundamentally different from the man-made signals like cell phone alerts, billboards, natural signals, and sound engaging and doesn't make an observation. When you sit next to flowing stream, you can listen to the voices flashing in your mind. So it's telling the impact of nature. It's back to impact of nature on the human mind. So, and the 2008 Walk in the Park study was an earlier empirical test of attention restoration theory, art. Its result was encouraging, best raised from the questions of Berman, how much restorative power did nature have? So it's back to the main point, why and how the nature have an impact on human mind. So we are back and this, and it can just help in, so like nature will help in art. So art is attention restoration theory. So I think it's attention restoration and movie dictation. So let's go to the next part. Berman view attention centered like cognition. He sees directed attention, the ability to choose what it's focus on and filter, and what's less important as critical human capabilities. So it's next we are upon the follow-up study. Berman and his colleague recruited participants who experienced clinical depression and they carried out the same memory task, followed by the same walks. Before the walking, the researcher prompted the subject to think about something negative that was bothering them and put into them something repetitive negative rumination. That characteristic characterizes depression, saps, and directed attention. Participants who walked in the nature showed a greater cognitive gains than those who originally studied. So it's a same to the it's something same to that of what we can say the previous experiment, which held two settings again, but there were two settings. Now this time they took some, I think so called the depressed people, and they just experimented with them. And let's just continue. And I felt discovering 50 minutes in therapy with no side effects. So like it's just a simple illustration of the previous idea. A notable aspect of Berman finding that people didn't have to like the nature to benefit from it. So it's the simple that it's not necessarily like you have to love it. You just can go and just have you can see the benefit from it. So yeah, it's continue with study. Another area of government research examine which features and which provide these benefits through several studies and aspects photo and rare photos and animal hair has equally found key four areas of the key considered natural abundant coverages, and like these are the areas which were considered natural and natural curves and natural factors and the softs fascinating because of balance, complexity, and predictability. Berman writes there is not they are not so complex, they are overwhelming, but not so predictable. They are boring. Instead, they live in a kind of active equilibrium like churning waterfall in a burning campfire. Things a human tend to find particularly softly fascinating. So something doesn't have even though complex doesn't mean that it's boring. If something can just keep you captive using artificial neural network ML programs that makes decision in a way similar to human brain. Berman Buckle students found that the scene with more natural elements like were able to less memorable to human and urban scenes. So the thing is the impact the nature gets on the human mind is that they don't tend to take up space in the brain. So like it's a less memorable thing. So it's just it's I think it's we can reduce this that the less memorable so the brain doesn't have to do too much work like other settings of urban. And next is these observations have implication for design, not just those who have easily add plants and natural material to home, but on a large scale, ongoing focus on government's environmental neuroscience levels, combining brain science with urban planning to improve the design of town. He urges to access the natural, and he is advising, just advising something to just, mix urban planning with natural settings to improve the overall well-being of people. If we don't investigate the increase in individual social health that the nature can offer us, we can go the gut sense and the nature is good, and the only wealthiest among us will continue to have the consistent access to the way nature can keep us. Like it's just saying that either you can just increase it or it's just a limited thing to someone who has wealth. While Bowman is clearly frustrated by our tendency to underestimate how much we need nature, there is a strongly optimistic thread running through the highly readable and jargon-free account. Humans have, he reminds us, are not who we are individual factor alone. We are who we are because of our nature and how individual factors with environmental factors to shape us. And science, he concludes, shows that cultivating access to green space changes mind in a way that beyond our expectations. So, like this is the whole article was based upon the first thing is how does nature impacts the human brain. Then it says that it's not something which is quantifiable and something which is an attention which is human are losing very fastly and is endangered quite well. And then the Berman's experiment and attention theory art and few more experiments by them and the conclusion on how does nature impacts us and how does it helps us. And the thing is we are able to conclude that nature is something which doesn't take that memory in the brain, so like it's complex but doesn't matter to brain. And the next thing is he is saying that nature have to become included into our in urban life to improve the overall health of the people. And at the end, he is criticizing people are underestimating how nature can impact us. And then he's saying just we have to somehow include green spaces in our minds, green spaces and areas to change the mind in a way. While this expectation, so yeah, it's a whole expectation. So this was the article, and for people haven't who aren't in the life, you can just go back to the start and watch it in a 2x. If you feel like it's a bit slow, my advice would be to just go in a 2x speed I think it's a better and something which you can be, I think not, you will not find problem in, because I kind of speak slow and when I'm, trying to make some sense out of something. So yeah, uh, for anyone who haven't seen this again, I'll just tell you again. Uh, the article was upon nature and impact of human brain, and there were studies of impact on nature on brain. Then there was a part of the passage which were telling about the depletion of attention and something which is endangered. Then we had Berman's another experiment, which concluded how is nature impacting us by, by not. So nature is something which is complex and doesn't, even though complex, it doesn't take up so much memory in the brain, and it just helps brain to just cool down with all the social media and the today's urban life. And later parts, Berman is trying to say we have to incorporate green spaces into urban planning to help in, and are criticizing us for not taking nature too seriously. So yeah, this is it, and we are done with this article. I hope you liked the explanation. So yeah, um, for now, let's. What should we do right now? Can anyone, if anyone has anything to ask, can ask me, or we can just continue. I'll just have to look forward what to do right now. Uh, okay, so before going in, let's just do one thing. Yeah, this. I think we can just create some questions from this. So let's just try this and make some questions out of it. Okay. So I'll make 4 questions out of it, and we will do that. Okay. So we are in the questions. I think I asked before. So Uh, 3, 4. Um, uh, let's do 5. So, here's the first question. Which of the following statement best express the main idea of the book review? So, which book review? Okay, the book review. This was a book review. I'm sorry. This so yeah. The main idea of the book review. So, first option is review that explains how modern urban environment are leading to cause of clinical depression. This is the main idea. Let's let's keep it aside. The review primarily focused on the life and work of the neuroscientist Mark Bergman. I don't think so. Review argues that attention art is a new and unproven concept in neuroscience is nothing related to it. The review highlights the book's central arguments supported by the cybernetic interaction with measurable cognitive image. So this is something which we can infer about one. Review explain how modern urban environment are leading to cause. Uh, it, it can like we can say this, but then I'm not so sure about that. Like this is something that's really vague. So yeah, let's go with D, and that's right. And we'll get the explanation later on. So let's go to the next one. According to the review, what was the specific measurable improvement observed in the participant who walked in a natural environment setting in Berman's 2008 study? So 2008 study was yeah, this was the 2008 study. So we can just say that we were able to see a 20% increment. So yeah, improvement in mood and reduction in stress, improvement in performance and memory based tests. So before, yeah, this was a trap answer choice. B was a trap answer choice. It could be a good option, but yeah, when you're too hasty, things would get wrong. So I think it's D. And yeah, that is D. It was upon the memory test and attention test. It was not upon reduction of stress and mood. Improvement of mood and reduction instead was not this bad. So the next one is based on information on the review, which of the following can be reasonably inferred. The author of book, Mark Bergman, believes that building more parks is the only solution. Um, like I said, try avoid using some words like extreme words, like only, always, and this one. So yeah, option is A goes out. Only is not something. Looking at a photograph of forest would have been exact. Can't be inferred. It's alien concept and benefit of the nature and direct attention are only significant for individuals who suffer. No, I think so. It's not that. Normal. The first test was based upon the normal people, so yeah, it's not that. Living in an apartment with no windows would likely be more mental. Texting that, yeah, this like even though uh people, I don't think so. People would argue about the D option D, but then something option which is vague is not completely going on like maybe can be likely other options like which is soft positive like not extremes but yeah soft positives can be the answer. So yeah, option D again, and yeah, option D it is. Which of the following finding, if true, would most weaken the central argument about Berman's book or as described in the review? So we have to weaken some of the arguments based on the Berman's view book. And so yeah, research reveals that cognitive benefit of nature are most pronounced in under age of 12. Can it be said? I don't know. Let's move on. A new studies find out that listening to classical music will be while walking in a city improves cognitive while walking in a city. So yes, if this is this option like this option B, if I can get the same improvements and like the same results from walking in the forest but walking in an urban setting with like playing musical classical music, then it's weakening it. Well, why? Because I don't have to build green parks now. I can just play on some classical music and go on with it and carry on with my day. So option B is a good option B is a good one. If true, would weaken the statement and arguments based upon the Berman's book. Definitely, long-term study shows that people who have regularly spent time in nature report higher satisfaction. So it's supporting, it's weakening. So it's not weakening, it's strengthening it. So option C goes out. It's discovered that urban abundant park and public art is typically preaching articles and green space. Well, D is also a good one. D is also a good one. So it could be a good thing, but then urban environment with abundant public art, I don't think so is something which I can infer. I think it's a bit, I'm confused in bit two options, but I'm inclined towards B more than D. So let's go with B. Oh, C. Oh, it's no lasting. Damn. I got onto my same trap. I was too hasty. Well, I didn't saw the no lasting improvements. So yeah, let's just move on to the next one. That was a silly answer. So yeah, the review mentions Berman view that can access with access to nature as human right most strongly supports which of the following inference. Cognitive benefit natures are only accessible. Like I said always, like don't go on with words which are too harsh. So please avoid them. Review believes that book is more politically manifesto. Out of context, Berman's work extending beyond pure neuroscience includes advocacy for social environment. Yeah, it's saying like this. It's a good option. Primarily funded by urban planning and development companies. Nah, we can't just say this. Option C it is, and yeah, it's done. So yeah, I did 5 questions. I got 4 right, 1 wrong, which was a silly error, and I got 80% accuracy in my RC, and I was able to, have a good understanding of the RC. So maybe leaving a part or so, was able to just reduce the whole RC in a well settled way. So yeah, um, okay, so yeah. This was it for the article. I have done something extra with the article. I hope you liked it. Well, no one else is in live stream. That's a bit unfortunate. And I was hoping bit more crowd in the live stream. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, let's just um yeah. If I don't have anyone else, I think I'm done for the day. I'm just tired now. Well, if there were more people in the live stream, maybe I could have done a bit more and extended a bit more. But I've already done enough for this day, and I think so. Started my day around 3 p.m. Starting with the article, of course, then moving on the article and 5 and then starting at 7 to 11:30. So yeah, around 7.5 hours, and then another hour or so. So yeah, I'm think I'm done for the day. So yeah, well, for the people who will watch this stream again, I hope so that you do. Uh, I have one suggestion for you. You can go in for a 2x speed. I do speak a lot slower because I'm still not that fluent in English. Even though it may look like I am, it's not like this. I have to sometimes think for the right word and the right time, and you can just try to watch this live in the 2x speed, and I'll just cut the parts where it's unnecessary time wasted, so it's not a long stream. And yeah, I'll timestamp it. I'll give some good areas, and then yeah, anyone who will watch this again can go through the live stream, see how it's done, and yeah. I don't have any other experience on my hand right now. Well, Yeah, I pretty much tell you everything about right now. And yeah, I can think I just give you a small suggestion right now. If anyone who's not given a good amount of mocks right now, bro, I mean, don't why are you not giving enough mocks? Just give mocks now. Develop some good strategy. It's September and only 3 months are left. Like it's not even that much time left. So just rush in and just do the efforts, put it in the right direction, put the efforts in the mock right now. Mocks are important. Give as many mocks as possible, analyze them properly, and yeah, that would be my most, and that would be my best advice I can give you. So yeah, well, uh, short stream again, not many people, but yeah. So ignore this text. No videos till Monday. So this was a last stream I did. So it was from the last stream I did. As people know that I was busy in a family function. Because of that, I was not able to do this. So yeah, just don't worry about this. It's nothing. It's nothing. A video will come out till Monday. I'll post every day. So yeah, don't worry about this. So yeah. Well, not too many viewers. Could could have gotten a bit more, but I'm no one to complain. And yeah, I'm just doing it for fun. So yeah. Well, that's it. If anyone who will watch this live stream after this it ends. So yeah, thanks for watching this live stream on the replay. And yeah, that's it for this live stream. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.